Hello everyone. So today I'm on my way down to a race, but I'm not actually racing in the race, but it's somehow turned into a race against time. Basically I'm on my way down to the Chester 10k. I'm going to try and get a bit of footage of those that are running, so good luck to everyone that running Chester 10k today. Hope you have a good race. I'm basically running down to the 5k kind of turning point. The runners come out to 5k from Chester towards my house, so I'm coming down to the furthest point out, but I left home a little bit late. It's a 5k run to get down to the same turning point, and obviously the winners of the race are going to be finishing in the low 30s, so I've got about 15 minutes to get down there. I set up a little bit early. I've got about a 10-minute head start on them, so hopefully I'll get down there before they do. But yeah, today was meant to be an easy run day. Stop start, get a bit of mileage in, get a bit of footage, but somehow it's turned into a threshold effort to get down there on time. But yeah, so I'm gonna get down there, get a bit of footage. I'll cover week 5. I'll cover week 5 of training as well. It's probably been my toughest week yet, but I'll get into that. Let's get down there and I'll check back in. Okay guys, made it. From what I can see there's a bike, and I think the lead car is just coming around now, so I think I had about 2 minutes to spare. But yeah, no one's passed yet, so the leaders will be coming around in a minute. So I'm going to probably hover around here for about 30 minutes, get quite a bit of footage of the leaders and then obviously some of the people further back in the mid-pack, etc. And then I'll jog back and I'll cover my week 5 recap as part of my jog back. But yeah, so today was meant to be an easy run, but obviously I've had to blitz it down here, kind of threshold pace to make sure I get down here on time. But yeah, get a bit of footage, hopefully you'll enjoy that, watching the kind of faster paced runners at the front of this pack. Here they come now, I think. But yeah, I'll check back in a bit and do my week 5 recap. There, go on, stay with it. Well done, James. Doing well, hang in there. Say again?
I was running down on them.
Oh yeah, there they are. So there, yeah, that was a bit of footage from the Chester 10k. So the front runners came through 5k in probably bang on 15 minutes, like 15:10 I think it was. And then there was a fairly decent chunk of people with under 16 minutes, and then the kind of crowds came around the normalish average pace for most humans at like probably 19 to 24-25 minutes, big chunk of people, and then obviously it kind of started to disperse again after that. Yeah, I got a bit of footage. If you saw yourself, drop in the comments. I tried to get a bit of filming done, not loads and loads, but yeah. So yeah, so today I'll cover my week 5 recap. I'll do that in a minute, and then just to finish off, today it's actually my birthday today, and as a tradition for the last couple of years anyway, since I've come back to running, I always do a 1 mile birthday blast, so I run a mile as fast as I possibly can, just to see if my fitness is getting better, getting worse, if I'm getting older, etc. So, but yeah, I'll cover my week 5 recap. I won't film the 1 mile blast, but yeah, so week 5's probably been the toughest week yet. And towards the end of last week, my legs, I think I mentioned it in one of the vlogs, that my legs were starting to feel a little bit. So in terms of toughest, in terms of my legs are fine, my legs are starting to feel the mileage, I think. My cardiovascular stuff is all fine. My fitness seems to be there. I've run most this week at sub 5 minutes per k, and my heart rate's been around the 150s, so pretty good considering it's normally around the 160s for that kind of pace. Even though my heart is normally generally quite high anyway, it's not an indicator of my fitness. It's normally high, so it's a bit lower. That's obviously a good sign. It's just my legs have felt a bit lethargic, a bit heavy this week. So yeah, so the first run of week 5 was a 15k fartlek run I did. So I did a solid 5k, solid first 5k at 4:30 per k pace. I did a steezy second 5k at 5 minutes per k pace, and then over the last 6k I did on-off k's. So a working k of 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes per k, and then a nice relaxed pace k. So on-off, just as a bit of a random different pace run. It was quite a good run, I quite enjoyed it. So just a solid first 5, kind of a steezy second 5, and then a kind of alternating last 5 or 6. So I felt pretty good. It's a good solid 15-16k to get the week started. I did that first run on Tuesday afternoon, so then my second run was Wednesday evening, and to be honest, that was a tough run. It was dark, I got a head torch on. I just went out and found a little kind of secluded loop near me, and I just ran up to that, did a couple of loops and back. So it was planning on being a 10 or a 12. I think it ended up being a 12.5k kind of steady-ish solid run, but it was just really tough. I got going, I think about 2-3k in, my legs just weren't kind of playing ball, and it just felt like a really tough run in the dark. I don't know if you've run in the dark with a head torch, but the light started getting a bit hypnotic. It was just a real slog, just me in the dark running round and round in circles. So it was a pretty tough run, probably the toughest run I've had for a long time, but I got it in the bag, got it done. 12.5k at a decent pace, so just bank it and move on. And then my third run was Friday evening. We'd had a bit of a snowfall fall in the UK, but it had kind of cleared up. The sun had come out and it all basically cleared. So I got out and did, again, the plan was a progression run, but again the legs weren't really feeling it. I've just felt a bit jaded this week, so I've kind of listened to the body. That's what I normally do. That's what normally works for me. If I don't heed the warnings, I run into an injury. So legs feel jaded, so I've kind of eased off on the intensity, but tried to maintain or even slightly increase the mileage so I get the benefit from it. So I got out Friday, I did a 10.5k, kind of steady run again. Wasn't sure how fast I'd be able to run do the run, but the pace was okay. I say sub 5. The way the legs have been feeling, it could have been 5:30 pace, but I seem to be able to hold a 5 minute per k pace okay. It's just they don't feel very energetic, the legs. So we went through progression run. I decided to pivot and do a steady run with just two 1k efforts. Yes, it was a steady run, and then I just put effort in at 4k and 7k for them 2 1k pushes, just to get a bit of speed in the legs. But again, the plan was doing a full progression run probably from 5 minutes per k up to 4:15 per k. But yeah, the plan was out the window by about 3k in. I just realised there's no point me pushing. Maybe I would have got past it and got through it, but we're only early in the block. I don't want to run myself into something like an injury when I've got a long way to go yet. So that was the 3 runs. So yes, that was the 3 training runs. I also did a recovery run on the Monday, hence why I got a bit confused before. After the trail race, I jarred my back, I think, and when I woke up Monday morning my back was a bit stiff, so I wanted to get out on Monday evening and just test the back, see if I could run with it. And yeah, it was a bit stiff if I twisted, but running wise it had no impact. So got out for a nice 7k recovery run on Monday as well, so I added to the mileage for the week. So yeah, so a solid week in terms of mileage. Pace isn't too bad, just wasn't exactly where I wanted to be in terms of speed work, but we'll take it and move on. And that just leaves today's run, which will probably be a 10, maybe 15k. A nice easy run. It was meant to be nice easy, but the first 5 ended up being kind of tempo or thresholdish pace, because again I was running a bit late. I wanted to get down for the lead runners for the 10k. So but this has been stop start, been stood down there for about 30 minutes. So yeah, so I ended up doing another 5 or 10 just to get some more miles. Like I said, the legs just feel a bit heavy. I don't know if that's the mileage or the paces I've been running at, or what, or just a combination of everything. But decided this week just to I said ease off the intensity a little bit, just in case it is the intensity. I can still run a decent pace, so it's not like I'm flagging and I can only run at easy pace. So but this is going to be an easy pace. I need to start heeding my own advice in terms of do more easy runs, more at conversational pace. I think that's kind of been a contributing factor that I'm running at easy pace or faster pretty much all the time, which again feels fine. But after a while, it's after 4 or 5 weeks now, it's just starting to kind of rear its head. So I need to do a bit more easy running, recovery running, at mileage wise, in terms of rather than just trying to do everything at a slightly quicker pace. But I'll heed that warning. But yeah, week 5, once I've done this run, I'll be done. That's kind of third of the way through. I think I'll probably hit high 50s again for this week per k, so pretty happy with that. So the mileage is there, the base, that's what I'm kind of a proponent of, that early on in the block just get the aerobic base sorted, get some decent solid mileage in. I can worry about the speed stuff and the kind of nuances of speed work and cadence and interval work later on in the block. Once the base is built, I need to worry about speed too much, hence why I've eased off this week in terms of speed. I'm worried about just getting the mileage done without getting an injury. So yeah, I'll get this run finished. Again, hope all your training's going well. I know quite a few regular viewers are training at the minute as well, so good luck with your training. Drop in the comments if you want to, what you're racing and your goals. And if you haven't already, feel free to join the LARK Running Strava Club. It's just a recreational casual running group. So again, if you join that, I'll be able to keep a bit more abreast with your training, kind of follow your running a bit more and show my support. So yeah, a couple of runners have already joined, but if you want to join that, again, open to any ability. You don't have to be an elite athlete. Okay, so there's a kind of a mix of group runners already, so get yourself in that group if you want to. I can follow a bit better than trying to follow everyone on Strava. So but yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Apologies if it's a bit windy. Hopefully the wind buff is working on the camera. But yeah, we're gonna get this run finished and then get home, get rested. I think we've got a fairly big week in terms of planned runs next week. I'm going to try and up it a little bit to see how the legs react. And like I say, once I've got a bit more recovery, this kind of easy run done, I'm going to do the 1k blast as a birthday blast. Sorry, 1k 1 mile blast. It's kind of both for 1k and a 1 mile, so I get a 1k as fast as I can, just keep rolling into the mile. So get that done, but I'm back rambling on now. I'll get this run finished and I will see everyone on the next one next week. Happy running.